Okay guys, what we're going to discuss now is a Japanese Wizer, okay, or a Jap Wizer, some people call it. Based on the same principle again of changing my elevation, hip movement, proper foot movement of using step, step, turning my hips and rotating my hips over, changing my elevation and facing the opposite direction. Here, okay? Very similar to the headlock. Headlock the same way, okay? Step, step, hit the throw, turn my hips, finish my move. Lateral drop, step, step, turn my hips, okay? Japanese Wizer, same thing. Two variations of a Japanese Wizer. A Japanese Wizer where you throw it through, actually with full throw elevation. And then the other one is what we call a corkscrew Japanese Wizer, where you've actually over-rotated because the guy's hips are back too far, and then you just continue to spin to carry through to your throw, okay? So I'm going to show both variations. Japanese Wizer is based off of, number one, having wrist control, okay? I must have wrist control of my opponent. It works really good when an opponent is posted up on me from the opposite side, and he's pushing in pretty heavily, okay? When he's pushing in pretty heavily, I can come underneath very, very quick. So again, what I want to do is I want to get wrist control, and then I want to come into kind of what we were talking about earlier about with Coach Knepper, where he was talking about doing snaps, okay? Or doing drags. Coming inside and getting that tricep area in the back of the arm. What we like to call it is reading a book. Japanese Wizer, okay? Reading a book. Imagine that this is a book. When I get wrist control, okay, I want to read the book, okay? I'm going to come all the way underneath. I'm going to catch his armpit with this area of my arm. I can either go as deep as to my elbow or right on my forearm, and I'm going to look at the book, okay? So I'm here, posted up. I'm going to step in, here, okay? I'm looking at the book, okay? And you already noticed where my feet are stepping. I'm getting ready to do my step, step, okay? The opponent's pushing into me a little bit. I'm going to step deep. I'm going to throw my arm deep. I'm going to step behind. I'm going to turn my hips. Again, critical component is changing my elevation. I cannot get this move staying up top, okay? I must change my elevation. Coach Knepper and myself, you're going to always wrestle. Wrestlers who are taller or shorter. It's very rare that you're going to get somebody your exact same height, so you must be able to change elevations to be able to make your moves work. So again, for wrist control, he's pushing in, I'm just going to step, I'm going to come right underneath his arm, okay? Hit. That's my first move. I'm going to step deep, I'm going to step inside, I'm going to read the book, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my heel behind, I'm going to turn my hips underneath, I'm going to change my elevation, turn my hips here, okay? You'll notice Coach is now over my bicep. I'm going to use my hips and my bicep to pop and pull and then drive to my knee here. Okay? I'm going to continue to hold this wrist all the way through. I'm never going to let go of that wrist because that's critical. Okay? So I'm here. I'm going to step in here. Okay? Again. I'm inside, I'm going to come underneath the arm, I'm going to step in, here. Okay? Now, if you rotate too far, or your opponent turns, at the same time you rotate your hips, you can do a corkscrew, which is, you just turn tighter and tighter into your opponent, and eventually they'll come over. Okay? So it's going to look like this. Okay, you're here. If I miss the hit, I'm just going to put my ear to his belly button. I'm just going to continue to corkscrew in here. Okay? That's if I get over-rotated and my hips come too far through. Okay, and here, my hips come too far through. I'm just going to continue to rotate in. Again, I'm pulling hard on the arm all the way through. Okay? Last one. It's just the original. Coming underneath and actually getting the throw. Okay, here, okay, boom. And that's the Japanese Wizer.